plugging in and setting up and getting ready to share some music with everyone out there on the internet. See, we have a few of our usual players out there. See, John's out there. He's been a big fan, so thanks, John, for joining us. And oh, it looks like I see someone with the last name Utri. I'm going to guess that's related to you, Veronika.
Yeah,
Zophia's.
probably. I've
Who's
got a
it?
big family.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Hopefully they'll all come watch tonight.
Yeah, I think they are watching. Hi,
Okay.
guys.
Well, I am your host, John. And yeah, I started the Camden Live project about, it's almost 2 years ago now, with the idea of trying to keep track of the Camden music scene, which, yeah, is such a fantastic scene. All different kinds of music, genres, people coming through. I mean, really all kinds of bands. There are about 20 different venues, and some really big, like the Roundhouse, the Electric Ballroom, or Kenchtown Forum, but also a lot of really cool small venues where you can squeeze in and you just never know what's going to come up on stage. So it's a super exciting place. And yeah, we were covering all the gigs and had listings and had a chance to go out and see the shows and meet the bands and take pictures and interview everybody and all that kind of stuff. And of course, as we all know, in the last year, none of that's been possible. But the good news is that we're able to at least do a few of these live streams and hang out. And, you know, I guess from a selfish perspective, it's kind of cool for me because I get to meet all you guys playing and I don't have to go anywhere. So I don't even have to get dressed up. So I just throw on my Camden Live sweatshirt and here I am. So anyway, yeah, so that's me, John. I'm originally from New York, but I've been living here in London, which I always say I'm much politer and I don't curse as much, but I'm still a New Yorker. So yeah, maybe if you guys just want to introduce yourselves and tell us where you're at today. Veronika, you can go first. You're up here. We'll go this way.
Let's start. Yes, so my name is Veronika Utri. Um, I'm a singer-songwriter based in London. I think that's someone's phone. Someone must be getting
There's
messages.
a buzz on the phone, or
Yes,
maybe it.
me,
Okay.
because I can be alone for a minute in my life. That's why.
Maybe put it on like the flight mode. That's what I did, so that no one can reach me.
Now, flight mode will
Right.
turn off your internet connection.
Yeah, of course.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. So yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter based in London. I came to London 2 years ago by myself to pursue a career in pop music.
Wow.
I'm from Poland originally and born in Austria, raised in Poland, and now I'm in London. So that's kind of my story.
Nice. Okay, Martina, in between all your notifications.
Yeah. I am Martina. I am an Italian guitarist. I live in the northern part of Italy, near the Como area in Lake Como.
Lake Como, very beautiful area.
Yeah, it is, but it's quite, it's quite small. Towns are very small, and then you can grow a proper social life here. But as soon as you have a car, you can go and stay, in Milan. That's where the music
Escape.
scene
Escape.
is.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And I play in a band which is called Killing Baudelaire. I'm going to crash my phone right now. And we've been playing since 2015 with some changes of lineups. We were quite an active band before the old COVID
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
We are now, unfortunately, quite standby, even if we are working a lot, but we can properly
Yeah.
do live
We'll
shows.
ask you. Yeah, we'll ask you more questions in a minute. Just was just to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah. So welcome from Italy, and yeah, we have a
Thank
nice
you.
story to tell. So I don't want to interrupt that. We'll get into that after Veronika does her set. Dyvr, how you doing out there?
Yeah, really good. Thank you, buddy. Hi, everyone. I'm Dyvr. This is really funny. I feel like I'm on a little game show and I might get buzzed at any
That's right.
second.
You get
Oh,
buzzed. Yeah,
man.
we'll buzz you.
Yeah, so I'm from London. I have been playing music in and around London for quite some time. I'm actually in the borough of Camden right now,
All right.
which is pretty good. So I'm about as close to this as you can get.
Perfect.
I've been back in London for a little while because of COVID. I was based out in Belfast, and my project is one that meshes electronic music with queer activism, and so we use the project to speak about representation of queer people in popular culture. But tonight I'll be just doing a sort of stripped guitar and vocal version of some of these songs.
Cool. Well, I had a chance to listen to all of you guys, all of your music today. So thank you very much. It's been a very nice afternoon playing all your tracks, and I really look forward to sharing it with everyone out there on the internet. So let's get started. So, Victoria, how are you this evening? You're up.
Veronika, but
I'm sorry.
a lot of
Victoria.
people get it wrong.
It's the T in your last name. It makes me want to say Victoria, but that's totally not your name. So I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So I actually have a little clip to warm you up with here. Now I'm sorry, you did give me 3 clips, but the first one I couldn't get to work, so I got 2. But they're good. They're all good.
But I think that's gonna be later, right? Because first I'm gonna play the 2 older songs.
Would you like to play first? You can. This is your evening, so as you like.
Yeah. Okay. So should I like introduce each song, maybe?
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, please tell. Just give us a little intro on yourself. So, how did you get started? What made you pack up and move to London?
Yeah, so I think I wrote my first song when I was about 12, 13, and I'm 23 now. So it's like almost half my life I've been writing songs, which is crazy to think. But it's like the one consistent thing that I've been doing over the years, like no matter what I did or who I like hang out with, I would always write songs. So when I was, I think 16, 17, I put out some songs on YouTube and they got a lot of views and all of my friends really liked them. And that's kind of when my friends and everyone found out that I wrote songs. So it was very like validating to have people like the things that I
Yeah, of
write.
course.
And that's when I've never been as excited in my life as I was when I was putting out those songs. So I just decided to pursue it. And at 21, I moved to London because I was like, I might just do it. Because I think at some point it's just harder to run away from your dreams rather than to pursue them. So I did, and it was the best decision of my life. I mean, I love it here, and even though it's not ideal at the moment, I still get like some chances and opportunities that I would never get anywhere else.
But so you packed up your bag and just came to London, or did you know some? Did you have friends here? Did you have some contacts?
I didn't really know anyone. I mean, kind of, but it's so I'm an au pair. I do au pairing. I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically like a live.
We've had au pairs. I have 2 kids, so we know all about au pairs.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, so I've been really fortunate. The family that I live with now, they're fantastic, and they let me do things like this,
Oh, great.
and you know, every single day in the house, and they don't really mind it. So that's really great.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so that was a good way to cover both sides, have a place, and also get to play some music.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
so the first song.
And you
then
said
gonna-
this is your first live stream, so we're very excited for your
Yes.
debut.
Yep, it's my first time, so it's very, very exciting. I put some blush on, but now I realize I shouldn't have because I'm just blushing myself because it's so exciting. Okay, so should I just
I think
start
let's
with
get
the first song?
let's get the first song going. Let's get the first song going.
Okay, the first one is called Perfect, and I released it in 2018, but it's still quite, I think, I don't know, it has a special place in my heart, so. My lover's very, 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 very handsome. He doesn't care what people say, he cares only about me. My lover's very, very, I don't care about his past girls, cause he says I'm the best, and he never once lied to me. He almost suffocates me each time he holds me in his big manly arms. Doesn't wanna drink without me. That's when he's thinking about me, thinks about this and this and this. Woo! He is perfect, the timing and the place, everything feels right. This is perfect, the timing and the place, everything feels right. So why don't I? My lover's very, 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 very understanding. I can tell him anything, he never turns it to nothing. And he's very, 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 very loving. I wear marks of his kisses, his hoodies and shirts, and he tells me that he loves me, and he does so regularly. He wants me to know his feelings never change, and I know he loves me deeply. Goes irregularly, then always as we know, I should never change. He is perfect, the timing and the place, everything feels right. This is perfect, the timing and the place, everything feels right. So why don't why don't I think I know the answer. Guess I'm afraid he's becoming a bigger and bigger part of me. And I wanna be able to live by myself after he'll be out of love with me. Out of love with me. Yeah. Oh, he's perfect, the timing and the place, everything feels right. This is perfect, the timing, the place, everything feels right. But I don't, I don't,
All right, no doubt. All right, well done.
Thank you.
First one. Hey, that was it.
Yeah, that was the first one.
So which part of Poland are you from?
Warsaw, the capital.
Okay. Okay, so that's a big city, so the adjustment to London shouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I live. I used to live like right outside Warsaw,
Okay.
so I mean, and London is huge. I still feel like a tourist, even though I've been living here for such a long time.
Right.
But yeah, it's the best city when it comes to music, I think.
Okay. Well, we're certainly going to agree with you tonight, so I'm not going to argue that one. What kind of music were you listening to when you first started singing?
Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with the Black Eyed Peas. Um,
Okay.
I remember bringing their CDs to like school discos. Um,
Nice.
and then I really, really liked Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift and kind of the storytelling in their songs. I remember just reading like the lyrics and feeling like, oh my God, I feel the exact same way. So that's kind of, I think, really cool with music that we all find out how many things just are similar,
Right.
um, in all of us. So I think that's a feeling that I try to capture in my songs as well.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So what else are you going to play for us tonight?
I'm gonna play another song from the first EP, and then I'm gonna play 3 songs from the upcoming EP.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Sounds like
So
a good
should I
plan.
just go
Yeah,
with the
let's keep
second
going.
one?
Let's keep going. Yeah.
Okay, so this one is called Sugar Free, and when I wrote it, it was very dramatic, and now when I look back at the actual situation, it wasn't that dramatic at all. But the song is still dramatic, so just I'm just warning everyone. Okay, this one is called Sugar Free. My life's been sugar free since you left me. It's been sugar free without you, honey. And I just wanna get the sweetness back. I need your words, I need your touch. Tell me lies, tell me more. I'll believe every single one you say. Your lies are to me cubes of sugar music to my ears. But please don't go. Be my home. Sugar free since you left me. Is my sugar free without you, honey? And I just wanna get that sweetness back. I need your words, I need your touch. Tell me now, tell me boy, was I more than I told you? You treated me like pure gold, then turned stone cold. But please don't go. Take me home. Sugar free since you left me. It's been sugar free without you, honey. And I just wanna get that sweetness back. I need your words, I need your touch. Sugar free is what I am without you, what I am without you, what I am without you. It's what I am without you, what I am without you, what I am without you, without you. 'Cause I got something from you I'll never be able to replace with something new. Even it's not true anymore, I still want more. 'Cause I'm sugar free since you left me, baby. It's for sugar free without you, honey. Whoa. And I just wanna get that sweetness back. Oh, ooh. I
So that sounds a little bit like a breakup song. I'm just guessing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
very dramatic, very sad, very teenage like.
Right. Okay, but you got over it, which is good.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. You look back now and you're like, yeah, who needs empty sugar calories anyway?
Exactly. Totally. Yeah. And also I think we as artists we like to kind of make things sadder than they are or happier than they are because reality isn't so up and down, I find.
I don't know. I think Italian people have a different view on that, but there's a lot of more ups and downs with the Latino blood.
Maybe.
But I totally agree.
Yeah, my wife is French, so there's a lot of emotion in my house.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Well, look, I mean, at least when artists go through these painful periods, at least it creates something. So the rest of us, we just sit around and drink whiskey till we fall over. That's what I do anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. It's nice to feel like you're doing something productive, even though it doesn't really feel great at the moment.
Yeah.
It's still something.
And how in general has the lockdown been for you?
Well, I went back to Poland for a few months at the beginning of the first lockdown. So that was really nice because I got to spend some time with my family and yeah, just have some quality time. And now I've learned to adjust to kind of the circumstances. At the beginning of the latest lockdown, I was really angry and I didn't really yeah, I just felt very frustrated. And
Yeah.
now I just think you have to adapt sooner or later. Like, if it's not something I can change, I just need to accept it. So that's what I've done. And I
It's
think,
been difficult. This lockdown is really exhausting everyone, I think. Much more difficult, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, I mean, I think I'm lucky that I didn't lose my job or I didn't, um, yeah, really suffer any consequences of it. But I know that there's a lot of people that have.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
how's it been for you?
yeah, I mean it's been kind of miserable. So, we had we also promote some shows, so we had a whole lineup of great music, and we would have invited you to come play on the stage with some of the bands, and everyone was really eager to kind of get out and do stuff, but yeah, all stopped.
Yeah, I think time will come. We just gotta wait a little while.
It's going to be longer than we all want it to be, so that's going to be the hard part. I don't know if there was just a
Yeah.
news conference today. They're talking about what they're doing here in the UK, and it just sounded so bad that it just like when you think it's bad and then you hear the politicians talk about what they're doing, it just makes you really give up hope. But I guess tomorrow we'll feel better or something. I don't know. So,
Yeah,
but
we'll
maybe
see.
you can write a new song. So there's a good material for your next set of songs here, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
So speaking of which, can I play your clips now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the first one will be Promise Me That, right?
No, I couldn't get that one to work. I had a technical issue on my side, so I have the second two.
Okay. So how about I play the first one and then we do the two last ones?
Yeah, we could try. Why not?
Yeah,
Let's
'cause
actually let's play. I think we should play them now because I think
Okay.
it's a different feel. So I don't want to play. I don't want you to play right up against the video because it's too much. So let's just check
Okay.
out the video for just to because actually the videos are very nice. So we can talk a little about how you made them and stuff.
Sure.
Well, maybe you should stop touching me, cause baby has become too good. Touching me. First it's violent, then it's smooth. Touching me. Oh, your hands are made of gold, God, it just makes me fall more and more in love. Reminiscing, just wanting to get over. But even if you're not here anymore, There's one thing I still do with you.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are really nice videos.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
You look super glamorous. That's great. Whoever shot them did a really great job. Probably taking a video of you is not so hard to make you look good. So, but nonetheless, it came out nice.
I mean, I am very, very lucky because I have the best set of friends. So one of my friends, he's a photographer and also a videographer. So
Okay, that's a
one
good
time,
friend to have.
yeah, the best. So one time when I was actually in Poland during the first lockdown, I texted him and I was like, hey, do you know anyone who makes music videos? Because I've got all this time now, I might as well just make one. And he was like, yeah, I'll do one.
Nice.
And so we just shot the first music video for Promise Me That. And I came up with the idea and then we talked about it. And it was basically me, a bunch of my friends and my family just doing it. And I learned so much through the whole process because I needed to learn how to edit videos, how
So
to
you actually
color them.
edited the video down yourself. So he shot everything and
Yeah.
then gave you the raw footage.
Yes, yes. And then I did the edit. My brother, Johannes, he helped me so much with it as well because he's got such a good taste and just he's very artistic as well. So I'm just very fortunate to have people around me that are willing to help me and that can help me, you know. So
That's great. Oh, good fun. Good fun.
yeah, it was, I mean, every single shoot is just so much fun. And like during the filming of the cigarette one with the fountain, it was so cold. But that's the thing with like artistic pursuits, I find at least, that like if there's a job to do, I don't care if it's cold, if it's raining, what's happening, I'm just gonna do
Just got to
it.
do it. Get it done. Right.
Yeah, I was just freezing and everyone was freezing, but we just had this mission. And, you know, even though it's like a small music video just for myself to put out, it's so exciting and it's just like a plan. So, yeah.
That's great. 'Cause I mean, I think it adds a lot to the music and it helps you reach more fans. People kind of see you move around, makes you more three-dimensional and more interesting. That's good. Well
Yes, I think definitely. And I love watching music videos and kind of seeing all those songs brought to life a bit more. So I think it's good to make music videos as well. Yeah.
done. Yeah, and I mean, I see you're quite active on social, so it's also nice to be able to have some content that's unique and you can share it with everybody and try to use that as a way to engage with all the fans out there.
Absolutely. And especially now, I think that everyone's home. It's, you know, the best time to be active online
Yeah.
because, yeah,
That's all we
at that
got.
time. Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
all we got. That's all we got. Okay, you ready to play a little more?
Yes. So I'm going to play Promise Me That, it's the first song from the upcoming EP, the EP is coming out on the 5th of February. And that's the first track. So, yeah. What you do so well, baby, and you broke the spell life's put on me, and I like the way you say you love me, and when we misbehave, in your car we're safe and alone, no need to explain. And why do they care if we're an item or not? Well, let me tell everyone that he's what I never had before, a person to adore, everything I got in me, baby. If you leave, make sure you pick up when I call you, but I won't call you mine this time. Oh, won't you promise now, when the water dries, we'll remember right to you always feels right to me. And what's right is you by my side. It's a two-people party, and he won't fall for no one else, 'cause no one is myself, and that's what he tells me. But baby, baby, if you leave, make sure you pick up when I call you. I won't call you mine this time. Oh, won't you promise now, when the water dries, we'll remember good times, still grateful looking back. Promise me that. Now you know my heartbeat, no secrets about me, but I got one more and I don't think you'll like it. Love me while you can, boy, because it won't be long. The more I am with you, the more I am not me. Baby, so love me while you can, boy. Love me while you can, boy. Love me while you can, boy. Love me while you can. And baby, promise me that you will never be before. When you play your guitar, it will take you back. Promise me that.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely song. Lovely song.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it's really really nice. Really nice stuff. Anything surprise
Thank
you
you.
about life in London and trying to make it as a musician? What's been the most surprising thing for you?
I think the fact that everyone that I've come across is very welcoming, very friendly. I don't know, I've had people ask me like, "Oh, are you feeling okay in London?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I feel amazing, and everyone's been so great to me. I haven't had any bad experiences yet, so
Well,
I don't want to jinx it, but
yeah.
it's been great so far.
Cool. That's good. That's a good endorsement of London.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And especially when it comes to music, like the scene is so open and there's so many blogs, there's so many events, there's just, I mean, even now online, it's just so alive. And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. When you were first here, did you have a chance to visit any of the clubs?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was frequent at the Roundhouse, not like for the concerts, but they have like these spaces to rehearse in. So I
Okay.
would go there a lot. But I was, yeah, in Camden. I
So
saw an
as a if
amazing.
you can just rent those, or you can just go. You were going to listen.
Yeah, you can rent
Okay.
those, and it's really cheap. So it's just the best place to go.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
But I've so many gigs. I've never been to so many gigs in my life as I've been here. And what I found really amazing is just going to like random gigs, like
Right.
£7 gig, just like I have no idea who's
Any
playing,
any
and I'm just
particular
going.
gig stick out in your mind as a unexpectedly fun
Yes,
evening?
absolutely. I went to see Sam Johnson, I mean, he's amazing. He's got an EP out, and I just love the whole thing. I went to see Danny Starr. I went to see Grace Carter. Oh my gosh, I love her. Who else did I see? Oh my gosh, so many people. A band called Kashmir, a band called The Caprica, I think. Um, just so many musicians.
Yeah,
And I
that's
find
fun.
it so fascinating to watch people perform and kind of pick up on things that they do, because there's like little things that everyone does that kind of it can draw in the audience.
So did
or
did
can
you
push
did you
people away.
absorb anything? Anything out of this that you absorbed that?
Oh yeah, I think eye contact is really important. Like if it's a small like club, just look at the people that you play for. You know,
Right.
I think it's just so important to have this natural connection and not to look away or like above the heads. Just look at the people and I think enjoy it, because sometimes people seem a bit like not in the moment.
Yeah.
So I think just enjoying it, being in the moment, seeing the reaction, and then I think any musician will be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You got a few more songs for us.
Yes,
What's
I've
next?
got two more.
Okay.
The next one is called "Touching Me." So the little clip
Right.
that
we
you
played a little. Yep.
yeah, that's from that song. And yeah, I'm gonna do a piano version, obviously, so it's gonna be a bit sadder than the upbeat one. But I think it's nice to have.
Yeah, because the video has kind of a nice, pace to it, like I don't know, like almost like an ABBA song, kind of like almost like a disco-y kind of feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're totally going for the disco vibes, 100%.
Okay. Well, here's something different in the comfort of your house there with the piano. So let's see what the difference is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I hate that I can have you locked up in my room all the time. I hate that time passes faster with you, it flies. I hate that you want me only when you feel like it, but I like you, and what you want is something I don't know. How we gonna work this out? Well, maybe you should stop touching me, 'cause baby has become too good. Touching me. First it's violent, then it's smooth. Touching me. Oh, your hands are made of gold, but it just makes me fall more and more in love. Oh, I hate that I'm so hard to please. Yeah, I hate that I'm picky when it comes to everything. God, I hate that you're so good at what you do. What you do makes it hard to leave, and you know just what I want. Well, then no matter what, you know me inside and out. So maybe I should stop touching you, 'cause baby has become your drive. Touching you, so divine, can't give it up. Touching you, my hands make you chained to me, but it will make you be more and more free. I hate it when I turn you down. I love it when you turn me on. Oh, I hate it when I turn you down. I love it when you turn me on, 'cause it's become our drug. Now all we need is a rehab, from our love and our touch. So maybe you should stop touching me, 'cause baby has become too good. Touching me. First it's violent, then it's smooth. Touching me. Oh, your hands are made of gold, but it just makes me fall more and more in love. I hate it when I turn you down.
So tell us about what inspired that song.
Well, oh God, where do I start? So this song is kind of a warning for other people not to make the mistakes that I've made, which is if you don't want to be in love with someone, just cut them off. That's something I had to learn quite recently. And yeah, it's just, like you think you can be friends, you think you can keep in touch and just, it'll be fine. The truth is it won't. You'll be just where you started, so you might as well cut that person off completely.
And what was this particular lyric about the being violent, and then it goes from violent to being good? Like, how does that shift?
Um, well, it's about like the dynamic, right? Like it's very addictive to kind of go back to the love that we had, I think. And it just, yeah, it brings back all those feelings, violent feelings.
Okay, so not physical violence, but like emotionally intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's not about someone, yeah, hitting anyone. No.
Right. Okay. So that threw me a little bit, but I got you now. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we got time for one more song. So I think it's been a great set. So I think for your debut live stream, you've done amazingly well. So thanks for the effort, and yeah, it's been really nice to hear your music and hear you playing the piano. It's good stuff. Good stuff. We look
Thank
forward
you.
to.
Thank you for inviting me. I feel really, really fortunate to be here with you guys, and I cannot wait for the rest of the show.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna play the latest single of mine, which is called Cigarette, and it's about a guy that I smoked my first ever cigarette with when I was 16, and now every time I smoke, which is hardly ever, but just like the smell of it, it just reminds me of that time. So that's what the song is about, basically.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Cigarette.
Yeah. Close my eyes, take a deep breath into my lungs. Innocence is long gone anyway. I do everything, but I do nothing to make you stay. Do you remember our conversations on your balcony, long and deep, about everything, sitting there, just two kids, wanting to be ready, but even if you're not here anymore, I've still got you in a cigarette. And even if you're not into me anymore, I've got this one thing I still do with you when I'm alone. I close my eyes, see you right in front of me. Your face and your touch, oh baby, 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 I know by memory. And I remember all the things you said to me, baby,
Even if you're not with me anymore, I've still got you home and a cigarette. And even if you don't love me anymore, I've got this one thing I still do with you. Got this one thing I still do with you. I've got this one thing I still do with you when I'm alone.
All right. We'll let it go for a bit. Why not?
I love that.
Well, that was great. Well, thank you so much. Really good set. So really nice to hear your music and get to know you. And yeah, a lot of people on
Thank
the
you
internet
so much
clapping
for
for you as well.
Thank you. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of my friends and family and people that I know that are watching. Hi.
Yeah. And just and remember everyone, when you see a musician, whether on our show or anywhere else, it's a big deal to go and find them on Spotify and click follow and follow them on social and drop them a little note. It's meaningful. Everyone watches this. I even watch all of our streams, so I know sometimes it looks like just because people have a lot of numbers and stuff, they're not really paying attention, but everyone's, spends a little bit of time and really appreciates follows and comments and introducing people to other people, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, it really means
Keep
a
doing
lot. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Veronika. Now you can relax a little bit, catch your breath. Here you go. Have a chat with Martina. Martina, how you doing out there?
Yeah, I am here.
You're here. You're there.
Yeah.
All right. How are you this
Yeah,
evening?
can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you
Right?
fine. Yeah. We're good.
Okay, so you were joking. It's just because when we tried to connect, I had a lot of problems. That's why you're
You're all
you're
good now.
joking with me now.
You're all good now.
Yeah.
You're all good.
Yep.
So, how's things?
Oh well, it they're fine. They're quite fine. I'm busy like hell, but I'm really comfortable right now. So thank you for asking. I
Yeah,
hope
I mean,
you are fine too.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I love a good Guitar Hero. So, and when I came across your music, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? This is some pretty awesome stuff. How'd you get started playing?
Thank you. Well, this is quite funny. My whole life is quite funny, but when I was a child, I was really, really in love with Queen. It was my first love, the
Yeah.
band I loved a lot since I was a child, and I was totally in love with Freddie Mercury. It was like my ideal man, and I was too young to know that probably Freddie Mercury could have loved me because
But
of my
I'm not sure how good the movie was in terms of accuracy, but he's definitely loved a lot of people, men, women. He
yeah.
was pretty big heart, this guy.
Yeah. I didn't like the movie a lot because it was very good to watch it at the cinema, at the theater, but then when you watch it on your TV, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I know Freddie Mercury has dated some woman, but
Yeah.
that would be not my case. Anyway, I was so in love with Freddie Mercury that I really wished that I was a singer, and I was very determined in becoming a singer. Then I told my parents, okay, I want to be a singer. Please take me to some lessons, take me to a music school.
How old were
And
you
they
at this
told
time?
me, sorry?
How old were you?
I was like 8 or 9, but my love for Queens was earlier.
Wow.
I was
Okay.
like 6 probably when I started to listen to them. And then they told me, no, you have to play to be able to play an instrument before you become a singer.
Okay.
And I was like, not very convinced, but I say, okay, so let's start with the guitar. And then I'm just a guitarist now. I'm not a singer, I'm just a guitarist.
Cool.
This is the story.
So you've been playing guitar
I
for
fell in
a
love.
while. 'Cause I mean, you're I mean, you're a great guitarist. So
Yeah, yes, there are too many years to play this bad. So I should say that I play since that I've been playing since 3 years ago, but unfortunately playing for almost 20 years.
Wow.
That's horrible.
nah,
That's horrible to say. Oh my
takes a
God.
while. I mean, come on, you don't get good at an instrument without a lot of practice and playing a lot.
Yeah, the fact is that I always had taken private lessons or attended private schools or public schools, but it was never unfortunately, was never my main activity. So I had to play along school, along jobs. So sometimes I have time, sometimes I've not.
Right. I found
It's
this
not.
picture. I found this picture on your Instagram feed of you with the guitar. I really like this one.
Thank you,
That's a
thank
cool
you,
picture.
thank you. It was, yeah, it's smiling, so
Yeah, nice.
it's it's quite rare in my feed.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I'm afraid to smile because your face becomes strange when you smile. So it's better
Okay.
to be
Looks sad. Okay. All right.
serious.
All right. Yeah. What else? I got a few other things about you. Let's see. Actually, this picture is also really good. I like this one. Where's this? This is some concert.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, this was a festival in near Milan in 2017 or 18. I have a bad memory, and that was the festival with one of the last Linkin Park concerts in Italy. It was the year before Chester died.
Right.
It was an amazing experience. We were in in a stage in front of the main stage, and some bands were playing there in the afternoon between the main stage changings.
Right.
So I think we've played between Sum 41 and Blink 182, I think. And then in the night, at 9 p.m., Linkin Park played. And this is, I think, the biggest shows we've ever played.
Right. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it
exciting.
was amazing, incredible.
So is this? I couldn't tell if this was in the same show or not. Similar outfit.
Yeah. No. This was in the summer of 2019, and we were playing in a festival also in near Bergamo, which is a city in northern Italy. And that day, Anthrax were playing, like as the main band
Okay.
was Anthrax.
Nice.
Yeah, it
So, I
was
mean, so-
awesome too.
So have you? So you went from Queen, which is a rock band, but your tastes seem to be headed a lot more towards heavy metal.
Yeah, of course, because you start soft, but then you become heavier and heavier. Yeah. My musical interest has grown in a heavier way. I started listening to Queen, sorry,
Queen, yeah.
and then I started to listen to Nirvana, Teen Rebellion, and that's the time when I picked the electric guitar because I was playing the classical guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I went on and I fell in love with Marilyn Manson, which was, I think, my main influence in that time. And then I grown, and now I listen to many bands and many
Right.
different bands.
I should tell everyone that we wanted you to play your guitar tonight, but because you just moved your house, you couldn't get it organized in time.
Yeah, that's the main reason. But at the same time, I would feel quite uncomfortable to play. Uh, I don't know what should I play. All the music I play, it's cool and it has a sense if I play with my band, because I
Right.
really owe a lot to my band, because I really feel complete when I'm with the band. When I'm alone,
Right.
I really don't feel like I'm a solo artist. I like to record some videos, and I've learned to do it during the lockdown in the spring 2020. That was awesome because I learned how to do music on my own.
Right. Right.
But it's strange for me to
All right,
stay in
well, maybe
front of a
we'll
camera.
get you guys to come back with the band. Actually, speaking of the band,
Yeah.
I have a clip. I found a clip we can play. Actually, there are two
Okay.
clips here.
Very
One is
good.
with the band, and one is with you playing solo. So let's check these out.
Okay.
So great. I wish there was a longer
Thank
clip.
you. I was so tanned there. Now I'm so pale.
So what's going on with the band?
Well, so the band. Okay. It happens that our singer is not longer our singer. We are three now.
Right.
We parted ways with her due to we had different goals or different inspirations at the moment. So we are officially three, unofficially four, and we are working on new songs and new material, because we want to be prepared for the time when we will be able to walk
Sure,
on
of
stage
course.
again.
Of course.
So we will have new songs and something really exciting to show to our fans. The fact is that last year in March, our album got released in a very unfortunate time,
Bad
because it
timing.
was
Of course.
like
Yeah, it's like
yeah, it
disastrous
was like
timing. Yeah.
yeah, it was like the album was out on March the 7th, and on March the 10th or the 12th, everything got shut down.
Yeah,
So
that's really unfortunate.
thank you. Yeah.
I mean, it's produced very well. The tracks are really intense and really rich, and
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
really good
Thank
stuff.
you very much.
Yeah.
We actually are going to a heavier and more electronic direction. So the new songs will be quite different, and I really hope that they will be loved and
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
appreciated.
I'm sure they will. Where'd you get the name for the band?
Well, this is a frequently asked question because I'm aware that the name is quite strange, and the thing is that we always answer
Okay.
a different answer, and so I can be very, very honest with you
Okay.
if you
Thank you.
want.
Yeah, why not? Try it. See what happens.
Well, we are very bad in choosing names. Very, very, very bad. So one time our manager phoned us and told us I found the right name for the band. And what about kissing Baudelaire? And I was like, what? Kissing Baudelaire? Why should I kiss Baudelaire, please? And he told us, no, it sounds nice. And we said, okay, let's keep Baudelaire, but don't talk about
Let's kill
kissing,
him
please.
instead.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought.
You know, he
So,
was
yeah,
actually killed in Camden.
really?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Or no,
Wow.
was he killed?
I didn't know.
Yeah, he lived in Camden. He and his lover lived in Camden, and
Oh, wow.
I'll have to go look at the story now. Either he killed the lover or the lover killed him. I think the lover killed him.
Wow, I didn't, because I don't really like Baudelaire. He always talk about, tits, a lot of tits there,
You're a
but
girl
not
band. I mean,
the
it's not
tits.
totally off the mark.
Yeah, I can't say anything, but yeah, but it talks about dead tits, bad tits, not like
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all about, it's all depressing. It's all about decadency. So
Yeah. Well, when you come to Camden, you can visit his house, the
oh
Baudelaire
yeah,
house.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely should. So I can say I know where Baudelaire is
Where
actually
he
been
lived. Yeah.
killed.
Yeah. I'll have to go look it up. I got the story a little sideways now. I'll check it when we do another thing.
Okay, so will I.
Okay. Cool. So I wanted to ask you about this picture and how you're going to explain this, which is something I picked off your social feed.
Oh yeah.
This is your character, your alter ego.
Yeah, yeah. I was taking some pictures last summer with a friend of mine, which is a real good photographer, and we were experimenting. And when I saw this picture after it was post-produced, I didn't see myself, but I see, like a character, and I'm
Okay.
really into sci-fi. So I'd like to be a sci-fi character because it's awesome. It's cool because you can live in an
But
alternate
I just want to
universe.
read because maybe everyone can't see what you wrote here. So you say your alternative self is a character who gave up being a rock star. So
Yeah.
why would you do that? To become an investigator and
Yeah,
pursue
I would.
cybercrime, putting an end to the secular war between resident racketeering and the evil monsters which have been conquering the city. She eventually ends up
Yeah,
marrying a raccoon and living in a suspended giant egg over the skyscrapers.
yeah, I
That's
was
very, very
feeling
inventive.
quite.
It kind of,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was not very positive in that period, so I really wished that I could marry a raccoon and lock myself in a giant egg of the skyscrapers, so I could see everything down, and I could, yeah, my life right now it's quite the same. I don't have a raccoon, but I'm quite isolated right now, so I think I have to wait more time, and then maybe I will find my
right.
raccoon.
Do they have raccoons in Italy? Is that have you had experience with raccoons?
No, no,
Yeah, I
no.
don't think so.
It's like
It's a
a
North
magical
American.
animal.
It's a North American animal. I
Yeah,
think they really only have them
yeah.
in the U.S.
But yes, I had to choose a mystical animal, so it was all all strange. So I chose an animal that I never seen. But we have some other animals, strange animals that I don't know how to call in
Right.
English, but sometimes we have.
Cool. I have another clip to play, some more of your music, which is really great stuff.
Oh, well.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, great guitar playing.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, you make it
That
look
was
so
actually
easy.
me right now.
It just makes it look like, you're like, it's just like like a whisper, like you're just touching it, like
Thank
amazing,
you.
amazing.
Thank you very much. Those were the videos I recorded during the lockdown in my teeny tiny room at
All you
my
need is your
home.
guitar. How many guitars do you actually have?
Um, mm, I really can't answer this question. Officially, I have two.
Okay.
Unofficially, I have four. Sorry, a lot of mystery, but I really can't say anything right now. But
Okay.
I've got very good news ahead, which I can tell right now because it's too early.
Okay. We don't want to break any top secret information. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's nice. I mean, I think watching you play guitar, it's you obviously love doing it and you're good at it. It's a really enjoyable connection to see. Just like the way the
Yeah.
guitar is like an extension of your hand, and you have
Yeah.
this strong connection with the instrument.
Yeah, actually, a crisis in guitar. I think it was 1 year ago. Yes, before the lockdown. Before the lockdown, I was feeling quite fed up with it. I was like,
Wow.
I couldn't find the joy of playing. But I was in a very particular period of my life. I was quite depressed and everything. Then when the lockdown happened, I went back on playing more, and I discovered that playing both your songs or other band songs, it's relieving. You can avoid all the stress of your day after maybe a very stressful day at work. You take your guitar and it's healing. And
Okay.
also listening to the music you really love, it makes you forget about everything else, and it's something that you can replace with anything else.
Wow.
And by the way, learning to record, to film, and to edit videos was, like a boost to my
Okay. A new skill.
personal.
New skill. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I felt like I was a better musician because I was able to do more things, not only playing, but when I finished editing my first video, I was like, oh my God, I did all this all by my own.
Right.
And that was amazing
It
because
seems really impossible to edit video nicely, but then when you figure it out, you're like, wow, okay, I can do that. I can do that.
yeah, and you feel like, a film producer. You feel like,
Right.
oh my God, I'm the new Tarantino. And it's awesome. It's beautiful, and I think also that right now we are composing new music, as I said, and I have the chance. I've had the marvelous chance to work with my best friend, which is a very talented sound designer, and he's helping us with the all electronics
Okay.
featurings in the new songs. And sometimes I go to his house, and with all the precautions, of course, and we make new music together, or we work on some ideas that are already done.
Right.
And it's so good to try new experiences, to try new music, to try to do something that maybe is not in your mind, but it it's now possible because of someone else that is
Right.
able to do something
Yeah, a little bit
and
of
to
teamwork.
teach you something. That's awesome. It's marvelous.
I think whenever you get in a rut, to learn, do something and learn something is fantastic.
Yeah.
I know it always lifts me. Either learning how to cook something or technical stuff or whatever. It's I think I'd always get a lift out of that. Who's your
Yeah,
favorite guitar
because
player? Who's your
oh my God.
come on?
Well,
Not
it's so
the favorite. Give me like a 5 or 6 guitar guys or women that you love. So, because there are a lot of good female guitar players. I don't want to suggest for any 1 second that men have
well,
some kind of.
yeah, okay. My favorite guitar players are male, because it's not because I'm feminist actually, but I follow a lot of female guitarists on Instagram. I really love their attitude. Just to mention someone, Anita Strauss from Alice Cooper's band.
She's amazing.
I really
She's really
love Sonia
she's
Anubis.
incredible.
Yes. I really love Sonia Anubis and Taina Bergamaschi from Crypta, from Brazil. And I really love Sophie Lloyd, which is, I think she's Australian guitarist that now I think she's moved to London. She's a solo guitarist. She can do awesome things on the guitar. But as I was saying, my top are, I think, David Gilmour for as a solo composer.
Okay.
And I really love the way James Hetfield plays rhythm guitar instead, because it's I think some years ago I I practiced some riffs of Metallica, and I think that playing Metallica it's very useful for your right hand to learn the strength and the rhythm. It taught me how to play with the verb,
Right. Okay.
not just playing, but strong. And eventually, in this period, in whole 2020, I found the band that's called Avatar. They are Swedish. I really love them. They are awesome, and the two guitarists are really talented, and they are really young. They are from 86 and 90, so
Okay.
they're very young, and they're monsters. And in these late months, many bands have experienced the online
Yeah. Sure.
concerts.
Sure.
And I think it's awesome because you have the possibility to watch your favorite band from your bed, from your couch. And I know attending concerts it's way better,
Yeah. Of course.
but it's nice because you can see very well. When you're at a
That's true.
concert,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. It's
you
it's not all
always
it's
have
not all
to.
bad. Right. Right. It's not. No
Yeah.
one's on top of you and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and the good thing is that you can see how they play, especially if you're a musician. You can watch the solos. You watch how they're played. And one thing that I find really interesting is that maybe when you listen to a song and you said I can't understand how they can do that
Right.
sound,
Where'd
that
that sound come from? Right.
technique. And when you see it, you say, "Oh, okay, that's why. That's how they do. I can try by myself." And that's awesome. That's awesome.
Cool. Martina, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I want to bring everyone
Thank you
else
for
back.
inviting me.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Really look forward to your next moves and hearing your band, and when you get a new singer and whatever your new music. It sounds like a really awesome direction.
Yes, I can't wait to come to England again. We toured England um, for 5 dates back in 2018.
Right.
And we went to London. We played in London, in Evesham, in Birmingham, in Darwin, and in another place that I can't tell because I
Okay.
can't
I
remember.
don't even know where those places are. So, but next time you come
Okay,
back, we'll
perfect.
get you in Camden. We'll sort you out with a nice gig in Camden. Be
I'd
amazing.
like to. I really like to.
Cool. Well, great to meet you, and yeah, we'll look forward to
Thank you.
tracking you and following you and hearing more music. If
Thank you
on
very
your
much.
stream, can we send requests for what tracks you might play?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Of
I'll
course
send
you
you one.
can.
I'll send you one. Awesome. Dyvr, how you doing out there, man? Thanks for hanging in there. I know it's tough to wait around for so long.
Thank you. Yeah, sweet as a peach over here. How
Cool.
are you?
I'm good. I wanted to ask you what you thought of the Queen movie, because I know when Martina was saying you were shaking your head a little bit.
Oh, actually, I don't know if I was shaking my head because of that. I think I may have been asked a question. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
It's
Okay. All right.
one
You
on my
don't know.
list, though, for sure.
Okay, make sure you watch it with a big
Big
stereo
screen. Yeah, big screen.
surrounding. Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to listen
I'll
to it
watch
very
it.
loud.
I'll get my moves out, have a little wiggle.
I mean, it's for me. It's I actually I got to be honest. I hated it. I thought it was a horrible movie, and um, the performance scenes are very good. So that was good, right? He did. The guy did an amazing job.
What did you hate about it?
I just thought it was complete nonsense about the band. It just the relationships and how they worked and everything. It was like total nonsense. And what happened with this particular movie is that the surviving members of Queen grabbed the script and apparently had big influence over how they told the story. And without spoiling the story, there was one scene that just made me really, thought it was ridiculous. Freddie Mercury has a party at his house, a rock star party at the height of the band's, excitement, and it's in London, and he's got a big mansion and all this stuff. And then the other band members come with their wives, and the party gets completely out of hand, as a party would do with a bunch of rock stars, going crazy. And the guys, Brian May and the other guys, they're like, "Oh, this is too much for us. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to go home early." It's like, give me a break.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way that happened. First of all, there's no way they came with their wives. Second of all, there's no way they left. Yeah, so after that, though, I thought the whole movie was ridiculous. And then there's about 50 shots of somebody's cat. There's like a lot of cat videos in this thing. I was like,
Yeah.
just a load of fluff pictures.
yeah, but the last scene that they recreate the concert that they did at Bob Geldof's festival, and it's amazing. The guy does an amazing, impersonation of Freddie Mercury, but I still think the performance that Queen did was better. So, but yeah. Anyway, Queen. Right, Dyvr. Sorry, I digress a little bit.
Absolutely fine, not to worry.
So, how are you? How are you?
Yeah, everything's going really, really well, man. Thank you very much for having me. And
Oh, it's a pleasure.
earlier for the lovely music. We've just been sat here listening through to everything, like super interesting chats, and everyone seems really, really lovely. Yeah, doing good here. Pretty relaxed. I mean, I guess every night is relaxed now.
Yeah, I have my glass of wine here while I'm listening to you guys.
The living room has become my everything.
Too right.
This is my entire life. These four walls.
Yeah, it's a strange times. Strange times indeed.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, also, I think there's good sides to it as well. I think we're all discovering different parts of ourselves, and I think there's like some pretty heavy lessons that people are learning about how to treat their home and the fact that they should want to be home more. I mean, I think like being in a city, a big city in particular, like London, it's really easy to treat home like this functional space where you go and just put your head down when you're not working or not doing other things. And I think everyone in the city is sort of slowly learning that actually home could be a place that you want to spend some time as well. Maybe not quite as much time as we've all spent here.
Not quite as much. Agree. Yeah.
But I think, I'm noticing that people are getting a bit more house proud and taking care of their space a bit more, which actually I think is a really nice thing, you know?
Well, I think for me, there's another dimension to this, which is that in the new world, whenever we get to it, because we're kind of in this horrible period now, but the new world, we're simply just not going to travel as much. It's going to be more difficult, even when all of this stuff clears. You're still going to need whatever shots and passports, but people are used now to functioning like we're functioning online, and there just won't be that pressure to travel as much. And
yeah, absolutely. I
we'll
also
spend more
just feel
time
a
at
little
home.
bit
Yeah.
like that's another sort of massive positive to this whole thing. The technology has always been here to do this and to touch base with audiences around the world, and now it's like as easy as a dog going woof, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I have a little intro clip to set you up. Maybe I just play this,
Cool. I
and
don't
then
know what
let's. Yeah, I know it's kind of cool, right? Let's play this, and then we'll have a chat about what you guys are up to.
Amazing.
I can do this better with the lights on. And I sleep. Come and wrap the dark around me. baby, with the lights on. Faceless breeze, calm me down. Bitter sweet shivers now. Will the ghost hands reach me? Standing in the dark, blindfolded. I'm hoping, I'm hoping, I'm hoping, I'm hoping, I'm hoping, I am hoping they
Yeah, some great stuff. I really enjoyed those videos.
Really glad you chose those two. Those are from two very, very different times, which is really, really nice to see. One of those videos, the first one, was made in lockdown, entirely in isolation.
Cool.
So that was footage shot on an iPhone that was edited
It's
by
like
my
so
videographer.
creative. I thought they were super cool.
Well, it's quite lucky, really. The person that I tend to work with who makes visuals for me, he is a family man living in Manchester. He's got a full-time job, but he does this as well. And it's very rare for us to be in the same room. So actually, we were kind of built for working at a distance. It's something that we'd always done, you know. So I would come to him with concepts and go, "Is there any way we can make this happen with me in Ireland and you in and you in the UK?" And usually he had a good way to make things work. And so we've made so many visuals that were at a distance even before this. But it's really, really nice to see it coming into
Yeah,
its
no, I
own,
think
you
they're
know?
really cool. Really cool. I mean, I think what's amazing, and Veronika and Martina were talking about this, is how, these tools are kind of within one step to grab them. And okay, there's maybe a bit of a hurdle to figure them out, but once you have them, you're like, whoa, I can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. And it's not about, they're not expensive, but they require some application of the creativity you guys have to figure out what to do with them.
I think it's more of an like an internal hurdle as well
Yeah.
that you have to kind of get over. I mean, I think a lot of the time we think these things are going to be a lot more complex than they are, but actually a lot of it comes down to opening your creativity to something a little bit different and just kind of transferring it onto something else. Most of it is still just coming up with ideas.
Right.
Like implementing those ideas has a certain type of skill, but I really feel like you can learn that, you know? I think most people can learn that stuff, but it's really sort of getting the ideas down first that's the important part of it, you know?
Yeah, but I think all of this, I used to work in the record business like a million years ago, and the bands, they didn't really have much to say about the videos. The record company would hire someone, and the band would show up, and then the whole thing was kind of foisted on them. And now bands, this is part of your whole thing, is the video and how you make it and how you connect with people through it. And this is as much about your music as the music. So I think it's totally
also
cool.
a case of what it's for as well. I mean, music videos used to be for something completely different to what they're for now. I mean, it used to be that there was literal real estate on television for your music video to live in, and people would go and watch it, and it was a place that they would find your music. But now you're making a video as a kind of a conversational piece to what it is that you're doing with your music, and you get to decide how integral that piece is to the conversation. And if you decide that it's going to be really, really important, then even better, right? Or you could even choose to just not have a music video, and it's not going to impact your campaign. But the way that you've got that decision at your,
But I think the fans want to see music videos, but they don't expect it to be a massive production. They want to see you guys as performers. They want that connection. They want to see it. They want to, In fact, if it's too fancy, I think it's almost the fans would rather see more rather than fewer fancier things. I don't know.
Do you think that's maybe because of the social media thing?
Yeah,
Because
definitely. And
people
plus,
see
they're only
things
looking
like,
at them on their phones anyway. They're not necessarily looking them on big screens. So
yeah, totally. And also, I think it used to be that you were selling music, and now you're kind of just selling yourself in the nicest way possible. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
People just want to know who you are.
I agree. I agree. Well, those are the really fun videos. So everyone go check
Yeah,
it out
yeah,
and
yeah. I love
check
those.
out your YouTube stuff. We have a
We're
bunch more
working
as
on a
well.
new one recently. We literally built a doll's house while we were here in the flat, and we've got a green screen, and we just green screened me into this doll's house.
Yeah, green screens are amazing. You can do everything with a
Yeah,
green screen.
you can do amazing. Actually, my partner's just decided to
I know.
show
You know
me.
this show. Speaking of Queen, they have. Oh, that's a doll. Oh, nice.
One of the rooms in our greenhouse.
Amazing. In London, I don't know, Martina, if you guys see the Queen. Um, yeah, so they it's amazing all the effects and stuff. And I saw a show where they explain how they make all these effects, like the palaces and the inside and stuff. The whole thing is done
But
with
are
green
you
screen.
talking about The Crown?
I'm sorry, The
Are you
Crown.
talking
Yeah,
about The
I'm sorry.
Crown?
Yeah,
Ah, okay,
yeah,
also
The
yes,
Crown. Yeah,
yes, I
of course.
loved it. Lovely.
And
I haven't
actually,
actually watched that
I'm like my mind is a little fried tonight. But John, one of our fans who watches the show, and thank you, John, for all your support. He just reminded me that it was Live Aid that the Queen show played at, so we're looping back to Queen again. And yeah, and I knew people would be upset that I didn't like the movie, but he's also name is John, and he loved the movie, so you can split the difference and make your own decision on which John you want to listen to on this one. So. Yeah. So, anyways, that's a long intro, Dyvr. So maybe just give us a few minutes intro about what you're doing and.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Dyvr. I'm a musician and queer activist. I'm based between London and Ireland at the moment, although not very much Ireland because we aren't allowed to go anywhere or do anything. So I'm there in Ireland in spirit on a regular basis. But
You said
I
Northern Ireland or
I was based in Belfast, but
Okay.
kind of my label was in Dublin, and so I was traveling down on a really regular basis. So I
Okay.
kind of touched base with both Northern Ireland and Republic of. And yeah, this project got started a couple of years ago now, and it was kind of born out of a need for me to kind of reconnect with some of the things that I'd perhaps lost touch with a little bit in terms of my musical influences, but also it very quickly became a way for me to kind of speak publicly about some of the things that I've been perhaps holding back about who I was as an individual and the importance of having that conversation
Right.
in a public sphere, because ultimately as a queer person that if you are in a position to do so and you feel like you can, you're kind of obligated to speak publicly because there simply aren't enough people doing it.
Right.
And
even though
using-
things are much more open and people are more aware now than whatever, it's still pressured.
It's really, really important to remember that while we've made really, really incredible steps, particularly in this country and in Europe, things very much are still considered unequal, and we still live in a world where 30% of the world still considers it a criminal thing to be doing, to be a queer person. So there is this saying that goes, queer people anywhere are responsible for queer people everywhere, because if your rights aren't valid in one country, they may as well not be right anywhere, because frankly we have to stand as a united front against these things, because as we've seen, unfortunately, in so many cases, rights can be taken away at a moment's
Very quickly.
notice, or
Yeah.
people can be degraded very, very quickly. And so it's amazing the steps that we take and the representation that we see now, but it's that doesn't mean we're at the end of the journey, you know. It's
Oh,
very
no,
much
definitely not the end. No question about that.
yeah, it's a really, really important part of the conversation. I think sometimes when things get passed into legislation and in law, people think that's the end of the story, right? But it takes a long time.
No, it's just it's a foothold, right? It's just a foothold to dig in a little bit more. Cool. Okay, so
Yeah, so
you got some music for us tonight? We got you playing because I see you got your guitar ready to go.
Yeah, I'm so ready.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
Oh no,
distracted you.
no, absolutely fine. Yeah, like actually, I totally would have had time for a bubble bath. That would have been great. Yeah, so I thought I would play a couple of older tunes, perhaps because I figured it was Camden Live, and we're talking about Camden. And there was a time in my life when I lived in Camden proper, sort of right near Camden Road Station, and
Okay.
played
Nice.
all the venues around there, like the Camden Head and the Purple Turtle and all these
Oh
venues
yeah, the
around
Purple Turtle. I think that
when
place
it was
is
there.
that's
Yeah,
still open.
when it
I remember seeing that place. That was a great place. Martina, you may not know this place actually. Veronika, you might not know it either. But the Purple Turtle had this
I'm showing
thing
my
where
age a little
the waiters would start singing and like the music would happen and the whole place turned into like music. It was a really cool place.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really
It was
super
really,
cool
really
place.
cool. So I figured I'd start out with some earlier tunes just to sort of get me more so in the mood for what the theme of the night is, and then I would play maybe a couple of the ones from the most recent EP, and then I had a cover at the end because
Nice.
I've been
Okay.
all about musical affirmations in the last year because I feel like we all need some time to take a second and kind of reflect. And I find that songs that have a lot of meaning to people in contexts like this, where we're at a distance and we're all undergoing a very real joint trauma,
Yeah.
it's a really, really good time to sort of reflect on songs that have been in the popular sphere for a really long time, so we can all share those lyrics in a different way. And yeah, so that's my plan for the evening. I
Okay.
don't know how
It's a
you
good
want to
plan.
split it up. Maybe I can
Sounds
do a
perfect.
couple. Yeah, sounds great. Okay, cool. I'm going to do a thing and turn this on so that I don't sound like I'm nowhere.
I think we lost you though. You turned something the wrong way.
How's that?
Okay, that's good. Better. Yeah. There we go.
Are you guys getting the guitar as well?
Sounds good. All good.
Awesome. I was standing on the head of a pin, the counter on which my head spins, and carved in my face is a grin. It's turning my minutes to hours. How could I disturb the calm as I drag my words that stay on my tongue like lavender? One more day. Hey, thanks everyone.
It sounded
That was
amazing.
great.
It really sounded amazing.
How are you sounding out there? I'm kind of running you
I was
guys
like,
through a weird
whatever
piece
you're
of software.
doing, don't break it because it sounds fantastic.
Okay, cool. That's good. I'm glad to know. Yeah, do you want me to move straight on to the second one? Shall I
Yeah,
go
why
straight
not?
on?
Yeah, not to break it up too much.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Let's do it. Let me just do it. This is the only problem. So sometimes, Veronica, I swear to you, I really wish I played piano better than I do, because the guitar, you have to tune it all the time. Just all the time.
I know, that's something I hate about guitars. The worst thing ever.
Really annoying. You have to find a way to have a conversation with people, but you're split focused, so you're trying to talk to people, but they're like, do you care
Like
about this
tuning it, yeah.
conversation? I don't think you do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm running back and forth to turn off the reverb because it's a bit much sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, ready for song number 2?
Number 2.
Promised I wouldn't be again. Held all my secrets and carried the pot, not a single drop spilling, and fell through the door as if both of us will leave. What good is speaking? Stomach tight, your eyes over me. This hand I'm holding, it pushed through the door as if both of us will leave. Your lips on the cup and the aniseed swilling, and reading the lines of your face in the morning. Understood that I was a stitch in the fabric.
Come and see how quickly I could be yours. All my secrets, likely I have always been yours. Oh, don't you love it when the last chord is completely incorrect?
That's okay. We liked everything else.
Oh my gosh, you've got a beautiful falsetto.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
Jealous.
much.
Sounds really great. Really great. We
Yeah,
have to send the recipe for how you plugged everything in there.
Yeah, I actually, that is a repeating affair with that song. Every single time I get to that last chord, I don't know, if I just get carried away, I always play the wrong chord. So just when everyone's like, oh, that was really nice, I go, no, it wasn't.
I think that makes you more human, you know, because
Exactly,
otherwise,
exactly.
like musicians, they look like heroes.
I totally agree. I remember a gig that I saw at the Old Vic Tunnels, and Laura Marling was
What a
playing,
great
who's one
spot.
of my favorite songwriters ever, and she was so drunk, and she just kept fucking the songs up, and I was just so. It was one of the best gigs I've ever been to, because every time she did it, she just kept putting her head in her hands and just being like, "I'm sorry." So good, honestly. So nice to see someone at that level just admitting their mortality, you know?
Yeah, just human.
Yeah, that's it, right?
I saw Joe Cocker throw up on stage once, and then he had to leave.
That sounds about right. From what I remember from Joe, he always looks a little bit like he's about to chunder, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
This time he just let it go, so it was a bit.
Okay, cool. So I was gonna move on to newer ones. The music really is it's an electronic project, and so as I'm sure the others in this group can understand, when you attempt to strip things back, you're always up against sort of like, I don't know, perhaps that feeling that you're hearing the original song in your head and you're just kind of like, oh, I'm imagining all these other things going on, and I'm kind of missing them. So we always try to attempt
That's cool.
to make them sound a bit more
Different
like their own
experience
thing.
on live stream. Yeah.
Exactly. Like they've got their own life in this world, you know.
While you're tuning your guitar, I wanted to mention one thing. So the scene behind me here in my office, which is not really here, but it's a picture of a pub in Camden, which I'm sure my friend John Atkinson will immediately recognize and send in a message if he's still listening. It's called the Black Heart, which is really, it's one of the classic kind of small venues in Camden, maybe 150, 200 people. big Bennell bar. I know Martina. Maybe you've heard of this place or been to it.
I think I had to play there, but then our show was switched in a pub in Islington
Ah, okay.
because I clearly remember that we had to play there, but we didn't. I don't know the reason.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's one of those fantastic kind of small venues. And you were talking before about how it's nice to see the performers. You know, it's like you go to the big stadium stuff, you don't see anything. But this is the kind of place where I mean, you're walk into there, you're practically on stage yourself. So you see everything, and it's usually packed and people having fun and stuff. Anyway, they're like many other pubs and venues. They're struggling now with the pandemic. So I just wanted to mention that the Black Heart has a crowdfunding thing now, and they have some interesting little giveaways and stuff. So if you feel like you're missing the old venues, um, going out to them, so check out the Black Heart and throw in 5 or 10 quid because I think they really need it now, and it's a big sign of support. We filmed recently a couple well bands without audiences, so that's been kind of sad, but at least we got to go over there. But yeah, it looks tough for them, and yeah, just that was my little thought about the Black Heart, one of my favorite places to go listen to live music. So
I've
okay,
been there a couple of times actually. I really like the venue actually. That's the
amazing
one
place,
that's
yeah,
it's the one that's around the back of the Sainsbury's, right?
exactly. Just a little alley. Well, it's in this alley here, so you can.
Yeah, cool. So
Okay, is that enough time for you to tune your guitar?
oh yeah,
All right,
definitely.
perfect.
Whether or not it's tuned well is another question. We'll find out.
All right, what do you got next for us?
This one's called Louder. It's kind of one of the first tracks that I ever just sort of went, you know what? I'm here. I'm queer. I'm going to make a dance track.
All right.
And I'm really, really pleased that I did because honestly, it's it's just such a great vibe. I love it. Like if you get a chance, whoever's listening, go and have a listen to the original on Spotify. It's just such a bop, you know. And but it was actually written on an acoustic guitar, so
Okay.
we'll see how this goes.
Back to your roots.
It's more than breathing, but we don't speak. This little secret, I love you. I want it, I want it, I want it, but I want it louder, louder, louder than before. I want it, I want it, I want it, but I want it louder, louder, louder than before. It's makes me take so we don't shrink. What's hurting you is still feeding me. I want it, I want it, I want it, but I want it louder, louder, louder Hey, thank you very much, everyone.
That was great. Really great.
Ready?
Yeah, it's such a different sound than the stuff on YouTube, so it's great. Really a special treat to hear it all. It's great.
Yeah, I thought it would be. I'm quite pleased that you're happy with it because, like, sometimes it's like hard to put them in that context. I was gonna do a fuller set, and then I just thought it's so rare to do this. So rare to just have just a vocal and a guitar.
Yeah, I mean,
Often
it
it's
sounds great. I got to say that it just sounds everything sounds fantastic. So
thank you, buddy.
great, great. Thank you
I'm
so
happy
much.
you're happy.
Yeah, the internet's happy too. Everyone's clapping. I see a lot of clapping here. So what
Yeah.
else is on your mind? What are you thinking about these days? So I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you. First question was, where are you from? Are you from Belfast or are you from?
No, I'm from London. I grew up in North
Okay,
London. I'm from Wembley actually,
okay,
and grew up around there. Lots of hip hop around there. When I grew up, I only ever really listened to hip hop, and and then I was moving around a little bit actually. I moved to Germany for a little while. I was living in East Germany and was there for nearly a year. And then I came back to London briefly, and then I'd actually just moved to Belfast in January of 2020,
right,
and
okay.
just got this really lovely place, did it up, made it look really, really nice. And then March hit, and I was like, oh no, I think I might need to come back to London.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of these things. My partner's here, and so I didn't want to be locked down on my own
yeah. No,
in a
that's
flat in
horrible.
Belfast.
I feel so bad for people who are isolated during this time. That's the worst.
Honestly, it's just so difficult. Like we've got some friends that really have been pretty much on their own since the beginning, and it's just so difficult because it's great that we can touch base like this and do the video chats and
Yeah.
all of these things, but it doesn't replace
No, of course not. Of
that
course not.
tactile thing of having a person in front of you. If anything, sometimes I feel like just video chats, just getting on a video chat actually demands quite a lot of energy.
It's
It's
exhausting. Yeah, yeah. It's
yeah, if you're doing one or
your brain has to
two,
assemble data in some different way.
absolutely, and you're having to reconcile speaking to a camera and looking at a screen, and but don't get me wrong, I wouldn't.
It's
I'm
better
not
than
knocking
nothing.
it.
Yeah,
It's incredible that we do
yeah,
it.
definitely, definitely. So how do you feel about the project so far? Because you've added another challenge to yourself, is not only to make amazing music, but to kind of increase awareness about something that you care a lot about. These are kind of
Yeah, I guess
two
it depends
pretty
on how you look at it.
intense.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think yeah, you could look at it from the perspective of sure, it's an added workload or an added pressure or intensity, and that's true. But then you could also look at it from the perspective of one fueling the other. And in
mm,
a lot of ways, I would say the activism side of my work has taken the pressure off of music in a way that has allowed me to sink into utter enjoyment for
okay,
the writing process and for the releases, and I don't really get in my own head the way that I used to about the things that we're making because I know what they're for now, whereas
right,
I think before I was a little less clear on why I was doing it. And sometimes, and don't get me wrong, I think making music is a good enough reason to be making it,
yeah.
and
That's
that's
what I'm
great.
saying. Yeah, it's already like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
full
I think
activity.
perhaps for me, I would always get in my own head a little bit about who it was for or why I was doing it. I think sometimes you get into those little ruts. So I'd actually stopped releasing music for a little while in order to kind of get to grips with why I was feeling that.
Right.
And the more I started including sort of who I was in the conversation and the more present it was in my music, actually the easier the whole thing became.
Right.
And
Right.
which actually is just me saying that I think everyone in any position, whether that's creative or professionally or whatever, the more that you have that fluidity in your life, the less that you have compartments with
Yeah.
little boxes of like personality traits in them. The
This is a
faster
big
you
trend
get
now to
into it, the happier you will be, and the
yeah.
easier the whole thing becomes.
Yeah, people used to talk a lot about work-life balance, these two compartments that you had to measure. And I think that was the best we could come up with. But now this idea of work-life integration is, I think, more exciting.
Why not be doing something that is fun and that you
Yeah,
love
or
doing?
connects you to the
Don't get me wrong,
environment where you live and stuff. And
everyone's got different challenges around that as well. I think it should be a thing that everyone gets the chance to do that, and not everyone does as well.
Yeah.
That's
of course.
sometimes probably where this whole idea of work-life balance even comes from, is because we don't live in a world that allows people to just actively try out things that they might enjoy. And we also have an inherent need for things to be professional, even when we just enjoy doing them as well.
Yeah.
So if someone picks up a guitar or sits down at a piano, it has to be because they're expecting it to go somewhere, rather than just for the joy of doing it, And there needs to be more people that just are doing it for the love of it. And definitely having a means behind this project that's allowed it to be something that I can be proud of, not just musically, but in other areas of my life, has definitely taken that pressure off of music to be my one and only love,
And how do you get feedback from the community that your activism is actually connecting with people?
We've been lucky enough to be sort of involved with a number of different publications and communities that are really, really digging what we're doing, and I hope anyway resonating with the message. And we've been in magazines like Attitude and Pink News, and we've spoken to people like GCN in Dublin, and they've really sort of hoisted up what we're doing. And I would say one of the things that recently that I was really, really happy to be able to do was to speak to the London Irish LGBT community on a Zoom chat, and just sort of touch base with people that were quarantined in those fields as well. And so the more we talk, the more we hear it echo back, and we're lucky enough that there are people that are willing to talk to us, and to offer us platforms to talk some more. A lot of these times it's kind of what I would call post musical. It's about the music, but it's not really the conversation. The conversation is more about what the music's trying to say.
Okay, well, that is a good intro to your next song.
Yeah, actually, it's really good one. So this one is called Ocean. It's also on the most recent EP. This one is it's actually about infatuation, the feeling that you get when you've just met someone and you feel like you've just met this incredible human being with no flaws, who somehow is just sort of tailor-made for you, and you haven't yet seen the finer points.
You haven't read the details yet.
The broad brushstrokes, right? And you
sometimes we want people to be the person we want them to be, and then we eventually see them for who they are, right?
Yeah, and quite often when we do, we're angry with them instead of angry with
ourselves, because we
creating the picture. And it's funny, really, because when I was writing it, I was infatuated with someone, and over the course of me writing it, I came to that realization myself. And when I was so disappointed, I thought, what right have I got to be disappointed? This is not their fault. This is my fault.
Very good.
So the song changed its meaning midway
Perfect.
when I was
Perfect.
writing it. Cool.
Okay.
Could do with the sound engineer over this end.
I know, that's what we miss with the virtual cloud-based sound engineer.
melody. Please scream. You're in every scene. You're on the long ride home. Each song on the radio. Each song on the radio. Each song on the radio. You're all the voices that I'm dreaming of. Out in the hallway when my door is shut. Ooh, and I like to swim well. My eyes are never dry. Ooh, and love's not an ocean when I'm trapped inside. Ooh, you're the please scream. You're in every scene. You're on the long ride home. Each song on the radio. 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 Hey, thank you.
All right.
So how are we
Lovely
feeling,
track.
guys?
Yeah, I feel good. I think I'm feeling kind of relaxed. I know it's a little late for everyone. I'm sorry. I've been chatting with you guys so much. I lost track of time. It's we're getting late, so it's very
I
chilled.
think actually it's so fine. I'm going to play the last one for you, which I think will actually just send everyone to bed in a really
Perfect.
nice way.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Because it's going to be so boring. No, it's not going to be boring. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and yeah, just like giving us all a chance to play some music, John. Because honestly, we all need it right now.
We all
and
need
it's
it.
very
We all need
rare
it.
to be able to do it in front of people.
No, it's been for me. It's been a great evening to hang out with you guys. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there. I know you have to wait on both ends of this, so thank you for that. I know. I guess musicians, you guys must be used to waiting, but it still seems like a big effort. So thank you very much. And
It's a
of course-
pleasure. It's always so great to hear different musicians.
Yeah, totally. I'm with Veronika on this one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you both as well for sharing such beautiful music as well.
And that's really, our mission with Camden, and what excites me so much about the whole Camden Live project is the variety of music. And I find that, we tend to get into like one area, and of course these you can dive into the rabbit hole and get used to it, keep drilling into the same kind of music and different pieces of it, but also the breadth of different sounds. And I don't know, I think this is for me just a great evening to three different musicians, different kinds of music, and getting to hear you guys play stripped down and have a chat. So thank you very much. It's for me, I've had a great evening. So nice to meet all of
Thank
you.
you for organizing it.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
thanks so much, John.
Yeah, so
Cool.
so with that, last song of the evening.
Yeah.
So
I thought I would, like I say, just end on a cover because, I think moments in time can really reframe famous songs, and also I'm just a really, really big Fleetwood Mac fan, so I thought I would sing a Fleetwood Mac song.
Absolutely.
And I thought I would take a sadder one and make it slightly less sad, but let's be honest, it's a sad song. So, thank you very much for having me, everyone.
Pleasure.
And have a lovely evening, whatever you're doing next. I know some of you are going to be going to bed. I'm a bit of a night owl, so I will be up for quite some time. Hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah, please follow. Hit the follow button. Hit the YouTube follow button. Everything. So thank you guys.
Really, really responsive on Instagram. That was a serious thing. Just message me. We can voice note with each other.
Ooh, voice notes.
Sorry, you deserve better than that. One sec. And I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills till the landslide broke down. Oh, mirror in the sky, can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? And I turn around, and if you see my reflection, it's snow-covered hills, landslide brings you down. Oh, the landslide brings you down. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right.
So beautiful.
Really great. Love that.
What a stroke of genius.
Some of those old, the original Fleetwood Mac albums are also really great. Like the ones no one never heard of. Those guys made so many great albums.
Oh, do you mean the ones before Stevie and
Yeah.
Lindsay?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were great.
really
honestly.
great. Mick Fleetwood. I mean, the guy's unbelievable.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Hey, well, thank you guys so much. I see Martina's got her pajamas on already. She's ready to.
Really? Really?
She's a hard rocker in her pajamas. That's okay. That's okay. It's late. It's an hour later in Italy. So, thanks for staying up with us, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing your music. I think I know which song I'm going to ask you to play for me on your Instagram feed. I'm gonna send you a note.
Ah,
tomorrow.
okay. So you're talking with me. Yeah.
I think I know which one I
Just
want.
let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to decide. There are three choices. They're all Jimi Hendrix,
Okay.
but I have to decide.
Oh my
which
God,
one.
no, please. No, Jimmy.
That's too much?
No, please. No, I want
You can
something
do it.
heavier, harder.
Harder than Jimi Hendrix. I was thinking. Actually, he's got a track called "Stone Free" or "Machine Gun," which I think you might like.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Killing Floor. Those are the three.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send you a
That's
note. We'll discuss.
interesting.
So
Okay.
thank you for
Okay.
joining us from Italy. Thank you for staying up so late. Veronika,
Thank you.
I'm sorry that I called you Victoria earlier, but that's also a good name.
No,
But it's just not
no
yours.
problem.
Great seeing you, and yeah, thanks for hanging on the show, and look forward to all kinds of new music. Dyvr, thanks for bringing us out. Awesome song to finish on. The whole set was fantastic. Thank you guys all so much, and yeah, we'll see you on Instagram up until the point we get you either back on the stream or we get you in Camden, and we'll come see you and take pictures and say hello in person. Yeah,
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
hang in there. Peace.
so
Stay
sick.
well. Stay safe. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
cheers, guys.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.